Yeah, we on?
All right. Oh, and we're live for
Nice.
Figure It Out podcast. And this is episode 3. This time joining with me is Steven Stoffer. Woo!
What's up?
Yeah, man. Did so switching up. Gonna have
Okay.
so you're like my new co-host. So tell everyone a little about you.
All right. Well, you and I met about 10 years ago back at Fresno State going to college, right? I stayed in Fresno. You left. But now I'm living in Yuba City. I was working at a casino for about 2 years. I just quit that job. And now I'm working at Yuba City at a restaurant. I don't know what else you want to know about me.
NorCal in the field, man. Yeah, man. So let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
Let's see. What were some of your favorite albums from last year, like from 2017? What really stuck in your heart chorus, or did you keep on bumping because it was dope as hell?
You know what? I didn't listen to a lot of new music last year. I'm kind of getting tired of what I hear on the radio. But I found this guy, and don't judge me for picking a white rapper, but
judge no.
But yeah, this guy Ritz, Rittz. I really like him.
I think I might have heard his name pop up somewhere. I don't think I've heard him. What's the song
affiliated? He's affiliated with Yellow Wolf.
Okay.
Yellow Wolf got him on a couple of songs and stuff. So that's kind of how I found out about him.
Yeah, Yellow Wolf got pretty fucking dope, man. That's a cat who
he kind of scared me. I don't know if I want to meet him.
Really? What is that?
He sounds like I don't know how exactly to explain it. He just seems like when he says he's gonna do some crazy shit, like I believe him.
That's what's up.
Like some of these people, they say shit and it just sounds recited or like something you've already heard before. But
yeah,
Yellow Wolf sounds like he's actually done the shit that he says he's done, or he will do stuff that he says he's gonna do.
That's the thing. There's definitely a energy that comes across with people as like when you. I guess most people. Not everyone could get on because otherwise some fake ass rappers wouldn't be popular, but
right.
Or I think what it is more so is that people just don't hear them because when they do, you can there's a feeling you get where you could tell the real between the fake,
Mm-hmm.
It just hits you deep in the gut. You're like, ooh, that shit's serious.
Well, I mean, there's also the aspect I feel like, and I hate quoting rappers that I don't really relate to too much, but I-20 once said, fuck if you real, I want some shit that I can ride to. And I kind of agree with that too. It's like I don't care if it's 50 Cent, or
I don't listen to his new stuff, but
no.
Old 50 still has my heart.
Yeah, ever since I found out that he wasn't as real as he says he was, it's been hard.
I don't know about that. I mean, sure, he might have, put a little extras on the story and whatnot, but 50 seems like a pretty genuine cat to me.
He talks about getting shot 9 times when that's really just the story that was put out, and he just played along with it, right?
Right. That's what I mean. He's like, oh, they said I got shot 9 times, even though it was like 3 or whatever it was, you know what I mean? But like he's like, all right, like let the tale be tall then. If that, is that gonna make me a few more million? Yeah, it wasn't 3, it was 9. Like, you know what I
mean? And whatever gets me the paycheck, right?
Right. But yeah,
I'm not saying I wouldn't do the same thing.
It's like here and there just for story's sake, because it was a good story. Like, oh shit, here comes this rapper who got shot 9 times. It was a great story.
Better than like Kanye West talking about getting in a car accident. Like, that's the shit that I went through.
What, dude? You're not the first person to tell me that. Like, yeah, you weren't feeling Kanye with the car accident thing. You're like, really? This is your big trauma? Like,
I brought that up so many times. I mean, I could have brought it up with you before, but I mean, maybe you heard it from somebody else too. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Multiple people have said that to me, and that
the whole Through the Wire song, I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling this guy. It's not for me.
It's not for me.
And then when he went and he called, or when what's her face, the white chick got that award at the music awards, was it the AMAs? And he was like, it should have been Beyonce. He got up on stage and interrupted her speech and shit.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Yeah.
I love T Swift.
I was like, I told you guys he's fucking stupid.
No, that shit was funny as hell. But I don't get why it surprised people so much. Like he had been doing shit like that.
I've been waiting for him to do something like that, or something crazy like that on a big stage, though. Like I was like, just so that people could see Kanye West the way I see Kanye West.
Yeah, I don't know, but see, because the thing of Kanye, I really fucks with him hard. Like,
he makes some really catchy songs. Like his
his early stuff though. Like, I was one of I got Kanye so many fans, so like I can't back out of it because I was writing for school paper back then. And I would write these fucking raving reviews about him and shit. And no, I shit you not, bro. Like the whole school would come up to me afterwards, like, oh my gosh, that review was so good. And yeah, I checked out the album because of you. And oh my God, it's amazing. Like, I got Kanye hella fans.
He makes really good music. I don't like him as a person.
Yeah. So if my one little story, because
I never met the guy. I mean,
that's the comparison, if Kanye made Taylor Swift, then I made Kanye for my one review, That's what did it. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. But speaking of T Swift. Yo, that would definitely be one of my favorite albums from last year.
Taylor Swift?
Reputation. Amazing.
I've heard a couple of the songs, they play on the radio, work and stuff like that. But
she's at the top of her fucking game. Like she's seen the future, man, and she made it fucking
country first, and then she went over to pop music.
Yeah. Yeah, her first album.
That's what she needed was to just do pop music,
And she made that choice. She wanted a crossover.
Yeah, don't force yourself into a genre. Just do what you want to do, which is kind of what you do with your music, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I don't really go for any genre. I just make whatever I'm feeling, and then whatever that turns out to be No. Oh yeah, this one was a country track, or oh, this one was a hip hop track. Whatever. If you want to call it that, I was just, speaking from the heart, letting the music do what it is.
Yeah. Don't force yourself into a genre. That doesn't. That's just gonna limit your abilities.
And there's this great French artist. I forget what his name was, but he had this amazing. like kind of like thought idea, whatever, of where he said like basically an artist is like it's like a constant like communication and like dance with God, and like the more you like you just like let go and like let God work through you, basically, then the greater the art. And like I really believe in that mentality of like, you know, instead of like, oh, like, you know, trying to force everything and like, this is what I want the art to be, like, just let it flow, you know? Yeah. You know, what it, you know, que sera, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like I used to listen to just strictly, you know, rap and hip hop, and you know, now I listen to a lot of different genres. You know, I'm a lot more open minded now.
Yeah,
and like there's good music in every genre. There's good country music, and even, you know, I'm not like, country music is probably my least favorite type of music, but there's still good country music songs.
But see, that's my roots too. Like, actually, even before hip hop, like I would probably listen to like funk and country, because like my first two favorite artists were James Brown and Bob Dylan. Like those were the ones who really hooked me into like the music life, you know.
Yeah, and I,
you know, James
Brown. Like, little kid, I was listening to like Garth Brooks and stuff. So.
Oh my God! Really? That's so sad.
Did you hear the album where he tried to become a rapper?
No, thank God. I stay away from Garth Brooks.
That's pretty funny. Hey, no, he's got some good stuff. Like, I'll still listen to like the Thunder Rolls. And did he do?
More like, for me, for country, I like, you know.
I Got Friends in Low Places. Every time that song comes on anywhere, that's a hit. You know, people just start singing along. You can't help it.
I don't know. I'm not a Garth Brooks fan. I like more like Johnny Cash, Dolly Parton, and then of like the newer stuff. I really fox with like Jason Aldean, you know, something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Garth Brooks, it's just that music is clearly not for me. You know,
it's slightly related.
Like nothing against the guy. I don't know him, but
for me, I had a lady ask me this one time. She's like, you know, you can always tell about a person by what their favorite Michael Jackson song is. And when she told me that, I didn't have a favorite Michael Jackson song. I wasn't really a Michael Jackson fan, but I do have a favorite Michael Jackson song now, and that is Dirty Diana.
Ooh, Dirty Diana! I love that one. That's a great one.
Yeah, my friend Tyler. Well, you met Tyler. Tyler actually introduced me to that song.
Dirty Diana. Yeah, I love that shit, son.
That's my favorite, by far my favorite Michael Jackson song.
And what do you think? What's a few insights? Excuse me. That being your favorite Michael like says about you.
You know what? Like with Michael Jackson, I don't know if it was just like the whole 80s style music that I just wasn't really feeling, and that song, just the beat and the whole story behind it, it was a little more modern for me, I guess. And I don't know, like, obviously I can't relate to it because I don't have groupies, but
well, no, I mean, but it's still like, as far as like just relationship status, you know, I'm sure you've met your share of Dirty Dianas. But it's just like, you know, he's talking about like a certain type of woman, and like,
yeah, that type of woman that just she won't take no for an answer. She's gonna get you no matter what, and then when she's done with you, she's done with you. Sort of type person, like maybe a gold digger, some sort, or not even gold digger. Because
I don't even think Dirty Diana is necessarily a gold digger. Yeah, I think she's just
just
think it was vicious. Like, yeah, it's just like this girl who really has this, like, I don't know, bombastic mindset.
I'm gonna get it. Yeah, some crazy chick. Yeah, can't take no for an answer. That's kind of what I got out of it. I don't care if you're in a relationship. Good night. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's far and away my favorite Michael Jackson song.
Okay.
I have an answer to that question now.
Let me think. I can't really decide. But fuck. This is on the spot right here. Because like normally, I don't normally do like favorite Michael Jackson song or something, But if I had to like just like I'm just shooting from the hip right now. I'd say maybe either Man in the Mirror or They Don't Care About Us.
Okay. Man in the Mirror, you'd have to refresh me. They Don't Care About Us. That's a good one.
Yeah. Because Man in the Mirror, like, I feel like every artist has took from that song because, like, definitely, and anyone else who's really just thought of like working on themselves and just like because of that realization of that, dude, like we're all here together, and man, I ain't fighting no one but myself. Like I'm my own greatest enemy, and fuck, like can I do better for the man in the mirror? Can I be better than the man in the mirror? Like like that song is just fucking monumental. And
right. Do you think your perception on music would be different if you weren't making your own music?
Oh, definitely. Just because, like, I don't know, like I see like, and there's a disconnect there too. Like that's growth that I still need to work on. Of like, there's just like a different way that people see music from how artists see music and how fans of music see music. And that's why you get like, so many fucking like mixtape rappers come up to you. Hey, check out my mixtape. Like, nigga, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't have that problem, but yeah.
Well,
I get mixtapes here and
there. I've got a lot of people on Twitter and Facebook constantly like shoving their music down. And I'm like, and I get it because I'm like, yeah, dude, like, you're working hard to try to get yours, but like, I don't know. There's certain ways to go about things. And
I got a funny story about that too, because I used to work at a gas station at a car wash, and I was out in the car wash, scrubbing cars down. And as a tip one time, this, because we can accept tips.
Mm-hmm.
This lady, she offered me a mixtape. I was like, all right. And it was these guys, like, they're all.
Did you listen to it?
I did. But on the front, on the cover, it looked like some hard dudes that you didn't want to mess with type people. Like, all right, this is gonna be some like gangster rap or something.
That's gonna listen to it. Fuck it. I have this one homie who does music. Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Sorry, go on.
I put the CD on, and it was Christian rap, and it was terrible.
All Christian rap is terrible. No, but
I have heard some good Christian rap.
I was just gonna say that, and it's like fucking finally,
yeah.
Because
I used to work with a guy who only listened to Christian rap, and he had some really good stuff.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
well, I'd say in that regards, going back to what we were saying, our like favorite album. I don't even know if his album came out. Yeah, it did. So like, who in that regards to that game? Wasn't it? Oh yeah, Aha Gazelle and Santi. Like, I feel like they're really leading the game in Christian rap. Everyone talks about this one cat. I forget what his name is. But
I couldn't tell you any of their names. So
no, there's this one cat who's pretty good, who a bunch of my Christian brothers like would always be like, oh yeah, you should check this guy out, because like after they heard my thing, like because I've got like like a gig from the church and stuff, and like we put on this concert over at the park, and so I met a lot of it, because I have that song Next to Me, which is basically about spreading the love of Christ, really. And so I have a decent like Christian fan base, even though I don't necessarily like like, because for me, I believe in following Christ rather than like having like Christianity as a religion. I
don't partake in religion either, but I do try to be a good person and whatnot.
Yeah, which is following Christ. Like if you follow Christ to a T, you will be the perfect person. He was the perfect human being.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, don't most religions kind of follow the same guidelines though? I mean,
no, not really.
They all have the same.
Nah. Like
I could be wrong. I don't know a lot about it, but
like for instance, like
talking out of my ass right now.
Well, like there wouldn't be a caste system in India, like Hinduism tells you to like accept the caste that you're in. Well, I mean, it's not like so it's not quite the same in today's time, but still, like Hinduism, teaches you to basically accept the caste that you're in, and then if you do that, then you'll move up in the next life, and this kind of thing. Like there's very glaring differences between religion. People say like, oh, all religion is just saying to be a good person, and it's like no. It's not saying that, because like there would be no blood on the cross.
What's wrong? I mean, like that's part of it too, is accepting the cast that you're in, though, right? Like these are the cards that you were dealt. Play them. Like you don't have a choice.
It's like,
but like to accept that, like just be yourself, accept who you are, and enjoy life.
Because like within the Bible, like where it talks about like basically like submitting to slavery, for instance, if you go to that part, then it offers this thing of like like basically Christ still raising you out of that eventually, like and the whole thing of, I don't know. I'd say there's a lot of similarities within religions, but there's also very crucial differences as well. Like of where you can't just put a blanket. Oh, well, they're all basically saying the same thing as in be a good person. And
at what point is that?
I think that's the common myth that people fall into on that.
At what point is all that just kind of lost in translation? Because most of these books are like real old, right?
Yeah, but they're all kept in original form. You know what I mean? They still have they don't have the original Sanskrit, but they still have the most Sanskrit that they've passed on and that the leaders hold. And then within the Bible, you still have the original Greek texts, So as far as that, and there's always translators of that to where, so like regardless of the different iterations and everything, you still have those original texts that you could go back to. Right. Like it's still kept,
I guess. Yeah. I mean, we're a little bit out of my realm, so I can't really speak too much on this because I don't have facts. But
Oh well, I mean, well, you can't really have facts on God, but like there's truths, which is, but there's spiritual truths, you know. But yeah, jumping back,
treating people the way I would want to be treated. That's just what I live by, or how I try to live. You know,
I think that's partially good, but I don't think you should treat people as you want to be treated, because people are different than you. Like everyone's very similar, right? We're all human beings. We're the same species. We're the same family, but our differences are something that should be very, very favored and very regarded in its uniqueness and gift and specialty as well, because
but that's part of it. Like I understand that I'm not the same as the next person. I just want you to accept me for the way that I am.
Just as 100%
that you are. That's part of treating people the way that you want to be treated, is accepting them for who they are.
Right. And that's beautiful. And yeah, that's why I said like that's why I say it's partially good, but still, you know, because they are still different, they're their own unique person.
Yeah, you need to recognize that.
That's why I would say, just to I would say that you're right, but building upon that to not just be partially right, but is that like not treating someone how you wanted to be treated, but treating them as, you know, in regard of what's right for you and them and in union. You know,
perhaps trying to find a way to treat the person the way that they want to be treated.
We'll treat them how they want to be treated, but also that's still, but also that's still not, you know, taking away from who you are. You know what I mean? That's what I mean in union. It's a give and take kind of thing. It's like, it's like, hey, yeah, I want to treat you how you want to be treated, but not if you're trying to like fucking stab me in the back. You know what I mean? I want to give you everything, as long as like I ain't losing some. You know what I mean? It's this.
I'm not trying to be used by anybody.
It's like, you know, it's the human death dance.
It's complicated. It's a complicated dance.
And and that's why, you know, that's why we're doing this podcast, to figure it out. How do we do that dance? How do we get these moves down?
Right.
But let's share some of our other favorite albums from last year. What else were you foxing with?
Oh man, I mostly listen to older stuff, man, like stuff that I listened to back in high school and stuff like that. Like,
it's good to go back sometimes.
DMX, which we both went to meet DMX. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I remember.
I met him a couple times after that. Him and my sister are still.
You were part of one of his music videos, correct?
Yeah. Well, because him and my sister are still besties. I got mad love for him. Like, well, because he was already like one of my favorite artists growing up, and then yeah, it's like so like to meet him and hang out with him and everything was just like a blessing, you know. He's really cool.
It's funny because
honestly, it's funny. I don't really listen to much of him, but I have been kind of recently.
I haven't looked up any of his newer stuff. I listened to a lot of his.
He did this new like EDM thing that he had come out. That I listened to on Spotify. It was all right, but I don't know. Personally, I've just heard better like hip hop EDM crossovers.
Yeah,
and I don't know. It just didn't work for me.
My friend Wade's really into EDM. He loves that stuff.
But I did actually recently go back to X's like first like few albums and was like bumping those heavy for a bit, like because
his first, yeah, like 3 or 4 albums were amazing.
Yeah, like 5, 6. Like, like he
on beats.
he had a huge, like he came out the gates like just blazing, like holy shit, you know. And then like he just went on a streak, like he didn't slow down, like he just boom, hit after hit after hit, you know. And until it wasn't until like I'd say probably like 7, 8 albums till where he finally started slowing down, and that was just because of all that, probably, you know, all the other drama in his life.
Mm-hmm.
But
you don't get that a lot with rap artists, because at first they're
rare for someone to come out the gates like that and push out that much quality, like consistently, album after album, like that was like that, you know, like that's unheard of. I don't think anyone else did that at that length of, you know, like fucking 5, 6, 7 out, like whatever it was, like fucking hit after hit.
No, once you go big, it's like maybe 1 or 2 albums are good, and then after that, they start talking about how much money they got, and nobody wants to hear about it.
Yeah, yeah. Right. They have the 2 big ones, and you know they have the big one, the sophomore slump, and another big one, and then everyone's like, okay, yeah, you were cool for a minute. But yeah, with X, he was just like, no, I'm coming in here fierce. I'm still in here fierce. Like, and he's the dog, you know. What could you say?
That was an awesome trip. Like, that was probably one of my favorite weekends of all time.
Oh my god, yeah, that was a blessing, man. Fucking rock the bells. What year was that?
That was like 2012.
Yeah. That was
2011.
a great concert. Who else did? Ice Cube did his thing.
We saw all the D Block, Jadakiss.
I can't believe, like, they had the whole D Block at that one, dude. The whole D-Block.
That was an amazing concert,
dude. That shit was off the chains.
Mm.
But
but like every time I look it up now, I don't even recognize any of the names anymore, or really? I don't recognize most of the names at least. Yes, and the names that I do recognize that are going to rock the bells are people that I don't really care to listen to.
See, I haven't checked it out in a while. I've been, because like normally now, like I've been going to like more so like EDM type festivals.
Yeah.
So I haven't. Like now, like when I go to a hip hop show, it'll be like, you know, like just like, you know, that person's concert, and then, you know, they'll have a couple opening acts. But I haven't been to like a big, like, you know, hip hop festival thing in a while. Well, I don't know. I went to one of the sound sets a few years back, and then like I'm actually performing at this thing in LA actually this weekend. But as far as other new cats, I'll throw some out there, because actually I was bad too about doing of like, you know, finding new stuff, because I was just so focused on, you know, my own album that year. Because I released a freaking double LP, and and I did a whole Kickstarter for it and everything. So that was like a lot of work. So I didn't really get to like listening to a lot of music last year, and then I realized that come around like November, December time, and I was like, dude, like let me put my ear to the streets real quick. Let me see like what's really foxing with. So that's why I brought it up. And like so like this stuff, well, Brother Ali, I was pretty much bumping since that came out. You've been
listening to Brother Ali for a while.
Yeah, he had a new album called All the Beauty in This Whole Life, and that was just amazing, front to back, like incredible. Like I didn't think he could even top himself, because I've always thought Brother Ali was awesome, and he did. Like, it's his best album. I can't believe it. Then other stuff, XXX Tentacion came out with 17, and that that got me to him. Like, I don't know. It's weird because like that album, like when I first heard it, I just had that shit on like repeat. Like I loved it, but I haven't went back to it. So I don't know if that would be like my top, but like it definitely, like I definitely am about his movement and when he tries to spread positivity and everything, and like I fox with him.
Which artist is that again?
XXX Tentacion.
Yeah, that's not ringing a bell.
Yeah, what's funny is how I found out about him. You know those like stupid like quizzes on Facebook where people are like, oh, like, who's like, who's your love of 2018? How much money will you have? All those stupid quizzes they have on there. But they had this one.
Facebook anymore.
Well, they had one of those where it was like, who would you be as an artist? And they gave me him, and I was like, who the fuck is that? So I checked him out, and I felt such like kindred souls with him.
They got it right.
Yeah, they totally got it right. I was like, oh my god, that's like my kindred spirit. Like he's, you know, like that's me when I was like 17. You know what I mean? Like perfect that your album is named 17 because like you're me when I was like 17. And I just fell in love. So like that one definitely. One that I think people are stupid for fucking hating. Eminem's Revival is fucking amazing. I don't care what anyone says. That album is fucking dope. Especially the last fucking track on there, fucking Arise. That was beautiful.
I feel bad saying that I have not heard any of it yet.
Well,
I was a huge fan for a long time, but then I kind of like, I don't know if I grew out of them or what. But
I totally grew out of them. I went the other way because honestly, what makes it suck for Eminem is the stands. You know, like there's a lot of Eminem stands. And it's so like idol worshiping and like just repulsive and just like, oh God, shut up. You know, like there's people like even especially you know, like the critics or they want to call them. I don't like critics. Even despite my first album's great reviews, I don't like critics. It's so stupid. It's it's just like critic, like really, like everyone's a fucking critic. Like, what do you mean you're a critic? But and my problem with that more so is that people don't go into the depths of actually doing the due diligence to be like a real critic. They're just like, well, this is my opinion, so I'm a critic because I have a platform. And it's like,
it's just like those people.
Like that's why
it's like those people that are on Yelp all the time leaving reviews.
Yeah, the South Park episode on that actually is amazing.
Right? It's like I'm a food critic.
Yeah, all these fucking self-important assholes. But like, slight tangent.
The Eminem album I listened to was the one he did with was it Royce the 5'9"? Was that one?
I heard about that one. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, Bad versus Evil. It had some good songs on it.
Wait, no, I did hear that one. That one was alright.
Was that Royce the 5'9" or was that what's his name from Slaughterhouse? It was one of the dudes from Slaughterhouse.
Joel Santana.
Joel Santana is not part of Slaughter.
I know. I totally forgot. Oh wait, I can't edit this out. This is like one of
You're thinking of what's his name?
Or it's Joel Ortiz.
Joel Ortiz, that guy. Yeah, it wasn't him. And it was it was either Royce the 5'9" or what's the other guy's name? It was I want to say it was Royce the 5'9", but I liked a lot of those songs. And then like everywhere I went, I'd show them like, hey, have you heard these? And you were like, oh, it sounds like shit. Well, fine, I guess.
But speaking of Joel's, though, slight crossover for that. Cameron's new album is fucking dope. You need to hear that.
Is it?
Yes, but also I'm completely biased because I've always been a big Cam fan. But
yeah, I like Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron's my dude. Like I grew up on Cameron. I was a Cameron fan since Children of the Corn and shit. You know what I mean? like fucking Confessions of Fire shit. You know what I mean? Like
anybody even heard of Cameron?
Stop it! You did not just say Cameron.
Have you ever heard anybody call him Cameron before? Like this as a joke?
Only you, because you're such a fucking sarcastic prick. I love it.
Ron. It's like two different people. There's Cam and Ron.
Yeah, totally. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar's "Damn" was off the fucking chains. When you've heard
Kendrick Lamar just can't do wrong though right now. So,
well,
everybody loves him. Like I have not heard anybody say one bad thing about him.
Really?
No.
I mean, he's pretty solid all around. Like, he took me like I didn't. Man, I think I've told you about this. I didn't really fox with like his early stuff. I was like, oh, that's good, but like, all right, I'm still gonna listen to this, and this before I listen to that. But it was on Pimp a Butterfly where I was like, this shit is classic. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, I'm gonna take notes. I like, but yeah, no, damn. When I first heard DNA, I was like, oh shit. I was like, I can't listen to his album because I know it's gonna be dope as fuck. Like I gotta concentrate on my own shit, and that's the first time I ever did that. Because normally, I'm like whatever, like because like shit doesn't influence me. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole mantra of it. Never influence, always inspire. And like, but when I heard DNA, bro, I was like, oh shit. All right, yo, I gotta bring it to this year. Cause that shit, yeah. And then so yeah, Kendrick's Damn was fire. Jay-Z, of course, 444. And I'm not a Jay-Z fan at all. But
I've never been a huge Jay-Z fan, but he makes good music. I can't say anything bad about it.
Sometimes. I mean, honestly, I don't care for a lot of his stuff. But 444, my dude, that shit, I was like, finally. I was like, this is like the Jay-Z I've been waiting to hear like your whole career, bro. Like that, like for me, Jay-Z 444 is probably his best album, honestly. Like, yeah, because I don't know, he was always talking about just shit that I did not give a fuck about. Like, oh, I got this cash, I got these hoes. And I was like, I'm cool on my Bible. I don't like. Yeah, it's like I can get cash, I can get hoes. That's not really a big deal. Like, can you like give me something though? And then on 444, he's just dropped fucking jewels, dude. He's like, yo, here's words of wisdom. And I was like, all right, I hear what you're saying. I'll talk to you. Huh?
Renegade, Jay-Z and Eminem.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
You know what I liked about Jay-Z was just that he was a real entrepreneur, and he
well, that's what
he made from hip hop, and he built it into an empire. I got a lot of respect for that.
I agree because like that's the thing. And that's because like I'm not.
You see that?
I've always been that fucking like beatnik motherfucker. Like I'm like, I'll just bang my bongos here and like sit on the corner and raise money. Like I'm not really with this fucking bullshit. But like, as far as like, it's like really my one of my homies from over in Compton was really like the one who put me on game about like being an entrepreneur and shit, and like really stepping shit up to where like I was able to do the Kickstarter and like fucking get people behind my shit. Cause like I was like, yeah, that's like marketing, and marketing's I even still like like I do it because like it's a necessity, and like whatever.
It's not your thing though. Not your
because I feel icky about it, because like I know how marketing works, and if I really wanted to do it
so I'm not just
successfully, I guess, quote unquote, then it's really icky to me. You know what I mean? I don't. Yeah, I can be who I'm not and make a lot of money. You know what I mean? But what I found now, that's why I have a team now, actually. And like, because like like when it comes to my art, because my art is so precious to me, I'm very like controlling about that shit. That's the one thing, because I'm me, I'm so like free spirited and like love for everybody. But like as far as my art, that's the one area where I am very controlling. But I've learned also how to like work as a team now and like give up that. And so like now like all all my success is like that I'm getting is through my team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? However small scale I am, like it doesn't like it's about, I didn't want to do social media, but since I have, because it's a necessity, like I've made a lot of fucking cool connections, and so like there's all these like positives about it too that like I didn't see.
Yeah, I think social media is great. Like I'm not even on Facebook anymore. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Snapchat. Not on Twitter. But I recognize that all of those are great for networking when you're trying to get like a business going or something like that. I recognize it as a tool.
You have to have it as a tool.
Kill 2 hours. But just as something as a way to get your name out. Like it's great.
It's funny because like I told my homegirl the other day, like the only reason I'm on this shit is because everybody else is. Like I'm just trying to hang out with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be amongst y'all. Like I don't really give a fuck about this shit. Right. Like I give a fuck about the art, the message, spreading love, and like since y'all are on social media, I'm going to you. You know, like that's about it. But finishing this one up, a couple other albums I want to give some cred to is fucking Lil Boozy, his Boopak.
Dude, I like Lil Boozy. I've liked Lil Boozy for a long time.
All right. He just released his best album of his whole career, Boopak. It's fucking beautiful.
I have not heard any of it.
You got to hear that one. And Joey Badass also released the best album of his career, All American Badass. Like, yeah, that shit is dope. So yeah, lots of love to them too.
Nice. Yeah, no, I don't know. So that's
Joey Badass.
Yeah, I might have heard. Like the name rings a bell, but I can't.
Check out Joey Badass. I think you would really fox with Joey Badass. I think Joey Badass, honestly, for you would be the one you're like, oh shit, there is new school hip hop that I fox with, because I know your style, because I've always listened to like Dose One and like shit that you wouldn't really listen to.
We always connected on Joe Budden. Like that was
yeah.
that's where we came together on hip hop right there.
Yeah. No, so I know your taste, and like I'm saying, dude, Joey Badass's All American Badass. I think that's one that you would fox with heavy.
I'll have to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely will.
Yeah.
I'm on my fourth beer now. Where are you at?
Oh, son of a bitch! I'm on my third. I told you, I'm catching up though. I'm catching up. I still got 3 more of this sixer.
Yeah, I slowed down. What are you?
Well, I was trying to catch you. I was knocking them shits back, man. I'm fucking tipsy now.
Yeah, I was like, I got a podcast. I started chugging beers.
Oh my god, this is so fun. I'm ridiculous.
But yeah, what are you drinking?
I got Firestone Union Jack IPA. What you got?
Okay, I've had that before. I'm drinking Lagunitas Maximus.
Maximus.
It is 2% stronger than the regular Lagunitas.
Right.
8.2%. Yeah, this shit does the job.
Well, as long as it does the job.
What's that?
I said as long as it does the job.
Oh, yeah. No, I do like Firestone, though. DBA is my shit.
Oh, man. Well, you're actually like another couple percent ahead of me, too, because mine's at 7%. So with your one beer, like you're like, a good like 8 point something percent or whatever you said above.
It's not a race. We're not 16 anymore.
It's a fucking race, okay? Cake stand right now. Cake stand right now. This is Fresno State, bitch. Everyone fucking drinks at Fresno State because, like, what else are you gonna do? Like this is they should take into equation of that when they do the ratings of like biggest party schools or whatever. They should also add a caption of why. There's farms, there's manure, and there's hookah lounges. Go get fucked up.
I mean, even the police were at the parties for the most part, and they didn't give a shit that we were underage. You know what I mean? What was I gonna say? Oh man. Yeah. Like when I was working at the casino out in Fresno, it was right down the street from Fresno State, and we'd have college students come in all the time, and it was hilarious because they would get upset after losing like $20.
Why are you even at the casino?
All my money's gone now. You took all my money.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you gotta.
Why are you even at the casino with $20? When I go to the casino,
like 300.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I'm going to the casino, I want to have at least 500 that I'm willing to blow. Because, like, I
have to be willing to be okay with it not coming back to me. And then also,
I forgot who it was. There's this comedian I was listening to the other day who's like, you know why people who win the lottery always blow all their money right away? And because if they gave a fuck about their money, they wouldn't have been playing the lottery. You know what I mean?
I've heard that.
I fox with that mentality because I'm like, dude, when I go to the casino, like I'm going with $500, willing to lose that $500. Like exactly. I'm not trying to win money. I'm like I'm trying to like just fuck it all, you know?
That's because it's just like going to a bar or club. I'm not gonna come back with the same money that I left with.
Yeah, it's like how arrogant to think that that this money will be there for me tomorrow. You know, being so like an aneurysm is waiting for me. All the fucking drugs I've done, like, come on, like tomorrow is not fucking promised. I'm gonna live it to the fullest every fucking day. Like, today may be my last, so I'm going balls to the walls. Why do I not have money today? Because I used it all yesterday. What the fuck? like what else would I do?
I had a blast last night.
Yeah.
Broke again.
Yeah. I had the best time of my life last night. Better than you ever could imagine.
Right.
And yeah.
Waiting for the next paycheck.
Like, seriously. I don't give a fuck. No, that's funny. And I still have investments. I save up, but like, I don't know. It's just stupid.
I try to be responsible, but I mean, I gotta fuck off every once in a while.
It's just silly. It's because it's so judgmental of those people who are like, oh, you need to save your money and build it up. It's like, bitch, look here. I'm gonna put all this in my fucking 401k. I'm gonna invest here and here. I'm gonna have, I got my Bitcoins over here. I got my stock over here. But this is my living money. Like, no.
Yeah.
May I not have a fucking place to sleep tomorrow? Maybe, but I'm gonna roll those dice because, like, here's the thing: people don't get, like, whether like Brother Ali said this, whether or not you try, you still may die, right? So you might as well fucking roll those dice, and that's how I fucking roll those dice, bro. Like, I'm a fucking live it up, like.
If I really want a place to sleep where I'm indoors, like, I can make that happen no matter what. Like, I'll find a way to make it
happen. Yeah, and my thing is, I'm always gonna.
I don't have to be shit out of the street begging for money. I will find a way to get my own money. I will find a way to live. Things will be fine.
Yeah, like, whatever it takes, I'll do. Whatever it takes, I'm gonna find a way.
Some days maybe
I'll be like, Lord Jesus help me. Some will pop, like, not like I'm testing them, but like, I just know. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I know, but I don't know.
My point is the people that I see on the streets that are begging for money, they gave up. They stopped trying.
Well, some of them, like, here's the difference, because when I was a hobo, like, this is how we did. I met actually. You know what? Let's close this one off. That'll be a good topic to jump on for the next segment, about homelessness and everything, all that.
For sure. We just had this conversation the other day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, perfect then. And I got half my sixer here to fucking for the next segment. All right, y'all. Figure it out. Love, light. Yeah.